What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another episode of the series where I rate your squads. This is episode number 2 of this series. So if you guys want me to rate your teams, tweet me on Twitter at DBGYT_, give me a follow there, and tweet me with hashtag #RateMyTeam. Also, preferably if you guys could give a description of how you play, that would be fantastic because it makes this a lot easier for me to kind of go over the teams. So this guy right here. I run a lot of pick and rolls and a lot of cuts to the basket. Also just started shooting with the shot stick. What improvements can I make? How do I recommend setting up this team? I have MT to spend 2. Okay, let me have a look. Let me have a look a little bit closer at the team. So anyway, I can scroll down. There we go. Okay, so you've got probably the 3 best point guards in the game. I don't think Ben Wallace works in this squad. I just don't think he does. I don't think there's really any purpose in using him. Yes, he's fast enough and plays defense. But if you can go, because you've got clamps basically everywhere. I know Ben Wallace doesn't have clamps, but you can afford to put, say, Ben Wallace or Larry at the 4 and Houston at the 3, and that gives you Houston in your team and makes the team way better. I don't like Kareem, but he's objectively a good card. So this team is a kind of tough one to look at. I like Gus. I think Tony Allen's good to have in your last 3. I don't like that MJ card. I think he's really overpriced, but you have him locked in anyway, so you might as well use him. This is an interesting one. So, you have Peyton, which means you've got Doug Christie in your team, who belongs in over Tony Allen. I'm going to say that right now. Doug Christie is better than both Michael Jordan and Kobe. So, for me, anyway, this team is like an 8.5 out of 10, close to a 9, but you've got the players, you can make it a 9 quite easily. You don't need to buy anybody, you've got basically every card in the game locked in. So what I would advise, your point guards are fine, your 2 guards, if you like Jordan, he's fine, Kobe's fine, Richard Jefferson, Bill Laimbeer are good. Don't get rid of one of Kareem or Ben Wallace, probably Ben, and then move Larry up 1, small forward position, use either Houston, or if you don't like Houston, Doug Christie. So that is what I would do with this squad. But you've got, I'm pretty sure you already know you're one of the best teams in the game. So, yeah, really, really good team. Okay, so this team right here. I usually rim run and shoot a lot of 3s. What playbook do you think I should run? And if there's any changes to the team, I think you should do. I have Kareem in the options with a 50k-ish MT. Okay. First of all, I don't know who you've replaced Kareem with. Karl Malone, I don't like. I'm going to say that right now. Karl Malone, for me, would be like a must-sell type player. Because you could get quite a decent chunk of MT from him. I just don't like him at all. Kobe, you have a lot of MT tied up on Kobe. And you have a lot of MT tied up in Rose. You have a lot of MT tied up in guys that aren't incredible. Even Steph. I don't know. I think tactical downgrades and playing minimalist is probably best right now. I get rid of one of Rose or Steph. As great as Rose is Rose that much better than Gus Williams? No. Even though Gus Williams actually gone very expensive, so he's probably a bad option. Is Rose that much better than Bobby Jackson? No. I'm going to say no to that one there. He's not that much better than Bobby Jackson. He's better. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's that much better. Steph Curry, I'm telling you, I just don't think he's even that much better than Lillard. I don't like that card because of his cold zones. Ray Allen and Kobe. Kobe's expensive for what he is, but he's really good. Don't get me wrong. Kobe's really good. Ray Allen's exceptional. Richard Jefferson is brilliant. Brian Winters is brilliant. Karl Malone and Kareem, I don't think work together. Kevin Durant, you can definitely get so much better than Kevin Durant for cheaper. Trying to think who'd be better than Kevin Durant. Heck, Tony Kukoc is probably better than Kevin Durant. So for this team, I still will give it like an 8 out of 10. It's still not a bad team. I just think it's, for the amount of MT it costs, I don't think it's good value. But you can't give it any lower than 8 out of 10. It is a good team. It is definitely a good team. Okay, I use 21 delay, run a lot of pick and pops. Not much MT, but willing to sell Kidd. Okay. I do like Jason Kidd, though, so Porzingis the 5 and Laimbeer at the 4 is a weird one, and I'm not opposed to it. Because Laimbeer has got clamps. I'm not actually opposed to that. And then you got the duo with Luka, and it makes Luka really, really good, and Porzingis is already pretty good. He's better with the duo. I actually like this team. I really like this team. I would replace Jason Kidd with Mo Cheeks. I don't think Jason Kidd is a very much of an upgrade over Mo Cheeks. I think he's a very slight upgrade, but he's still better. You can probably, again, you should probably tactically downgrade to save your MT at this stage in the game, because we don't know what's coming out on Tuesday. Because it looks like for the foreseeable future anyway, we're going to be getting packs on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I probably will wait, because like a week ago, the best player, we did actually have Allen Houston, but like a week ago we didn't even have Gary Payton. Now we got Payton and Kidd to play that exact same role. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on having that much MT tied up in a player. I know I've locked in for Payton. That's because I'm dumb. I just probably would advise you to sell Kidd. Off the bench, Johnson, Harden, PG, Richard Jefferson, Cat. Okay, just straight up, what's his name is better. Mo Cheeks is just better than Dennis Johnson. If you don't want to get rid of Kidd, at least get rid of Dennis Johnson, put Mo Cheeks in there. I like Harden, like PG, like Jefferson. I don't mind Cat. Then I like your last three. This is an 8.5 out of 10 team. This is a really well-structured team and a really good team. Yeah, there are definitely players that I would probably go with over other players. But look, that's, again, preference. This is objectively a really, really good team. Like, if I came up against this team in Unlimited, I would be worried. I definitely would be worried. So, then we have got this team right here. So, Mahmoud, Ray Allen, Ryder. Okay, I shoot with the stick and use Hawks pass and screen away. So, 5 out. Okay, so Mahmoud, Ray, Ryder, Lambier, and Smits. The bench, Cheeks, Wade. Wade is actually, he's got silver clamps, doesn't he? Or gold clamps. Depending on which upgrade you pick. Wade's actually not bad. PG, Rashard Lewis, Buggy, Brian Russell, who I like. Corver can hit shots. I like this team. I actually do like it. I don't like Ryder. I'm going to say that now. But it's not bad. Like, objectively, it's not a bad team. Like, you've got a lot of height in your starting lineup, or you've got a lot of height in your bigs. You're going to get some boards. You've got 2 shooters to power forward position. You've got a kind of shooter, like Bogey can hit in limited and unlimited, I guess. Smits is really good. Your point guard position, Mahmoud can shoot. I would replace Mahmoud with Cheeks. Just swap them, because if you on your bench you've got 3 guys with clamps, and on your starters you've got nobody with clamps, so except for Bill Lambier. So that's the one switch I'd make. But this is like a 7.5 out of 10 team. I don't even really know what upgrades you can make. Like, maybe Rip Hamilton for Isaiah Ryder. I don't even know. It's a good team. It's a good team. I have 35k to work with, just like to pick and pop. Need a power forward. Okay, so you've already got basically the best power forward in the game. I'm going to say that right now. You've got best power forward in the game, not named Larry Bird, that is. I like Myers Leonard more than a lot of people like Myers Leonard. I really, really like Myers Leonard. Gus Williams, Flash. He's Gus, basically. Brian Russell, Sean Stevenson, both really good. Allen Houston, Mitch Richmond do very, very similar things. I think Houston's that little bit better, but they are very similar. Lewis and Myers Leonard both hit wide open, and then Lambier and Rick Smits. This is a really good team. This is a similar team to what I was running when I was playing in MyTEAM Unlimited, especially say this day last week. Actually, all these cards were out this day last week. I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute. Did I run this exact team in Unlimited? No, I don't think so. I'm confused. This potentially, I don't think I ever ran a 10-man Unlimited, but this is so similar to your team I would run that I was worried that it might be a screenshot from one of my videos. This is at this stage in the game, because only one class player in your starters, I got to give it an 8.5 out of 10, but it's a really, really well-structured team. A really good team. Don't get me wrong. A really, really good team. So a very similar team to what I would run myself. 21 delay, pick and pop and roll. Transition offense. Aaron Gordon is a glitch in TTO. Aaron Gordon? Oh, man. Aaron Gordon and Ben Simmons and Vlade. I like your point guards. Terrell Brown is good and Mo Cheeks is really good. So your point guard position's kind of sorted. I like Brian Russell and Paul George. They're both really good. Jonathan Isaac can do a job. Aaron Gordon, I guess, if you like Aaron Gordon. Simmons, if you're good with Simmons, he's a beast. However, I wouldn't play Simmons with Aaron Gordon. I most definitely wouldn't play Simmons with Aaron Gordon. How old is this picture? I know this might have been earlier on in the week, because I'm just like, why? How is Paul George in Unlimited? But this might have been earlier on in the week. I like this team actually. You've got the all-time budget duo of Porzingis and Cat, the guys that I use in every budget squad in 2K19 and 2K20 at the start of the year. I like it. It's a 7 out of 10, but a solid 7 out of 10. Hard to explain, but it's a 7 out of 10. Okay. Rim run, a lot. Main concerns are 8 and 9. Have around 6,500 MT. Wouldn't want to get rid of Luke, as you do really well with him, and you want to get his dynamic get his dynamic duo. Ben Simmons good at the 9, but kind of expensive. Sold him before. Okay, I would have sold Ben Simmons straight up. Oh, you've already sold Ben Simmons. Okay. Thad Young does not belong there. I'm sorry, he doesn't. You can afford a Kukoc at that position. Kukoc is way better. I actually don't mind the rest of this team. I'm actually gonna say that. I like Myers Leonard. If you replace Thad Young with Kukoc, I don't mind Jamario Moon. I also like Clay, and I like Bobby Jackson. I like Mo Cheeks. I like Luka, Paul George, Porzingis, Shaq. I actually like this team. I genuinely like this team. So I can't, like, it's flawed. It's not perfect team. It's not this unbelievable world-beating team, but it's a solid 6.5 out of 10 team. And with the MT amount, you can't do much better for your MT. You really can't. If you replace Thad Young with Kukoc, you might go to a 7 out of 10. This is not as bad as it first looked. I was worried, but this is not as bad as it first looked. Okay, so how many do we have more left? We have a few left. Okay, so this is your no money spent team. Okay. You've got 3 non-shooters in your starters. That's very not good. Swap Gus Williams and Damon Jones. Or swap Mo Cheeks and Damon Jones. You can't... I wouldn't run... You need a shooter in that starting lineup. And I get it, Lambier can shoot a bit, but he literally can't shoot threes. Damon Jones in, because it means you've got a slasher on your bench and you've got a shooter in your starters. I actually don't mind Posey and Isaac at the 3 and the 4, not gonna lie. I would play Isaac at the 4 and Posey at the 3. I don't mind it. This team isn't awful. It is actually, it's okay. It's structured fine. I would give it this is like a 7 out of 10? A 7 out of 10? Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. I run pick and roll between Teague and Shaq, which almost always results in a green fade, a Shaq dunk, or someone else out for 3. Also about 2 packs of 15k VC that I saved yesterday. Pulled Allen Houston and Akeem, now sitting at 115k empty. Okay. Okay, I would get rid of Otto Porter and Cliff Robinson, straight up. Replace those guys with like a Kukoc and a... Heck, Rip Hamilton Kukoc. Get significantly better and you don't lose any MT. I'm not the biggest fan of Jeff Teague, but sure, look, if you like him, you do you. I really like Ray Allen. I don't mind that Clay. I think he's good. I really like Sean Stevenson. Robert Ory's pretty good, and that Shaq is good. This team's nice. This team is nice. Again, I would replace these guys. I don't think I can give it more than like a... I really don't think I can give it more than a 6.5 out of 10, but you can do some work with these guys. It's not the worst team in the world. It is definitely a team where you're going to be competitive with. Okay, so we've got 3 more teams right here. And we are at about 14 minutes, so I won't spend too long. Try to play 5 out, resort to slashing a post if shots aren't falling. Coach Frank Vogel have around 84,000 MT. Okay. This is probably the weakest team I've seen so far. You've got the Tatum and Kemba duo. Tatum's not bad. Trust me, Tatum's not bad. But I would just get rid of Kemba. You can't afford to use Kemba. Mo Cheeks, so much better. So much better. And heck, if you can't get Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jackson's better. If you've got 67 tokens, Bobby Jackson's better. If you can manage to get, for Isaiah Ryder, if you're on the Sapphire board, Deshaun Stevens is better. Brian Russell's better. Kendall Gill's better. Brian Wind is fantastic of your bench. But you've got Henry Bibby and Kyle Lowry as your backup point guards. I don't rate either of them. Boban, if you're going to use Boban as one of your last 3 off the bench, he's 8.5 to 9k MT wasted. He does a lot of good things, but sitting on the end of your bench is not one of those things. I don't like this team. I don't like this team at all. It has the few good players. Like, I like Luka. I like Tatum. I like Winters is really good. Embiid's good. But I can't give this more than a... Isn't more than a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry. Okay. We only saw anyone. Need 20 more wins TTO for Ryder. Don't worry, your guys are better than Ryder anyway. Rim run, kick out trees, and shoot leaners with Houston. Yeah, that's kind of how people play this game. The leaners with Houston is a very, very common tactic. And you've got rebounders in there as well, which is good. It's good. You've got 2 rebounders in there in Shaq and Rick Smits. So, what I'm going to say is... This team's nice. You know what? Like, I can't fault this team too much. I would swap Mo Cheeks with Dennis Johnson. Because Simmons can't shoot at all. I know nothing about Kenny Walker, so I'm not going to say anything about him. But the reason why I swap Mo Cheeks Dennis Johnson is that Mo Cheeks can shoot a little bit, and Dennis Johnson can't, because Simmons can't shoot. You kind of need at least more than 2 shooters. But Ray Allen and Allen Houston are such good shooters that maybe you can get away with only having 2. Brian Russ and Clay got off the bench. Rick Smits is good. It's a solid team. This is a 7.5. This is a 7.5. And then last team right here, no money spent other than pre-order bonus. I've run the Hawks 2018. Okay, so 5 out. Kyle Lowry's fantastic. Silas, I wouldn't look in for him, but he's not terrible. This team's really good. This is an 8.5 out of 10 team. It's structured perfectly. Again, it doesn't have the heavy hitters, but it's structured perfectly, which is the most important thing. So, got to admit, Ray Allen, Houston, you're only getting a slight downgrade going one to the other. Paul George, Luka, 2 really good cards, 2 really good guys that just hitting from the corners, power forward, 2 centers that can hit, and then 2 point guards that are pretty good and fast. So this is probably an 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10. I think it's a really good team. So anyway, that is the video. This is episode 2 of the series where I rate your squads. And if you guys want me to rate your squads, tweet me on Twitter, hashtag or at DBGYT_ with hashtag rate my team. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.